Welcome to MC Mama Bird's Chirps, a cozy audio nest of soulful musings, healing music, and heart-made creations. Hi, I'm your host, Marcela, a mama, poet, artist, and yoga and meditation guide, sharing love-rooted stories and everyday magic for your soul and your family too. If you'd like to see the video versions of my content, please visit my YouTube channel, The Yoga Garden Online. Now let's take a deep breath and enjoy the ride. Hello, mamas and papas. Today's podcast is for all the mamas and the papas in the thick of it, especially the solo parents or the temporarily solo like me this week. Let's breathe and remember we're not alone and that everything serves a purpose. You might hear a few tiny giggles or little voices in the background. That's my toddler sprinkling his own soundtrack. Welcome to our world where motherhood is always happening, even if you close the doors. Real life happening while we talk, raw, in the moment, and unfiltered. Here we go. My partner left for 6 days, and I knew it would be tough, but I didn't expect it to rattle me this much. In truth, the days leading to his departure, I just kept getting busy to avoid overthinking and stressing, but I also had to prepare the house, get it cleaned, get the fridge stocked, get all the laundry done, and have the lawn mowed, and so on. So that when he left, my focus would just be entirely on our well-being. That is all great and dandy, but sometimes no matter how much you prepare, things come up, and visceral emotions can storm in with no anticipation. Just 2 days in, and wow. The tears, the tension, the toddler resistance to small things from hydration to cleaning up after potty training. The nighttime anxiety crept in harder than I expected. Even though I live in such a peaceful community, old traumas and fears can sure creep up on us when we feel vulnerable. The overwhelming list of everything while trying to take care for my son, the pup, and myself has felt like climbing a mountain barefoot with occasional patches of hot lava burning my emotions and pushing my limits with my least favorite sensation, anger. I've lost my patience. I've yelled, I've cried, I've snapped, I've overreacted, I've moved and spoken way too quickly to try getting everything done. I was basically setting myself up for chaos with my fundamental emotions running and my expectations of receiving no or very little collaborations from my toddler. And that shame spiral gets instigated. You're failing. You're ruining everything. You're not a good mom. But here's the truth I keep coming back to. This is Earth School, and it's not easy. We're here to learn, to grow, and oftentimes that means revisiting old themes and emotions. First, it feels like, here we are again. But if we really give space, we can notice we have actually changed, even if just by a few inches. These healings take time, lifetimes even, and we don't always know the true source of their existence. It could be trauma from our childhood or even a past life memory. Sometimes things have to break open so the healing light can get in, so that I can see for reals the manifestation of my predisposition, choices, and the still healing that must be done. Now, with the storm I just created, I can choose to change the movie and create a whole new reality from a more informed place that is learning from my mistakes. I'm making the connection that these low vibration, stressful, real moments aren't the opposite of love. They are the path back to it, because every time I mess up, I also get to press reset again and again and again towards forgiving myself, loving what is, and being kind as I pick up my pieces again. This is what is meant to be human and to be a parent. If we were looking for eternal peace and beauty, we would have stayed in heaven, but we chose to come down here with our soul posse, not to sit in the back of the room and look pretty, but to roll up our sleeves and do the groundwork with our boots on. Man, oh man, parenting is my living and breathing ashram. And this is the hardest endeavor I signed up to in my life, because there's just so much at stake, so much love and such deep growing pains. It is where everything collides like a kaleidoscope, the most precious and special experiences of our lives merging with our biggest fears and lessons. However, these painful and ecstatic moments are part of our soul agreements we made with our children and each other before we incarnated. We are in a karmic classroom between our deepest loves. They push our buttons because they're helping us find the spots we still need to heal, and vice versa. We don't fully know and understand how this mystery operates, but perhaps someday in heaven, when we are all together up there in our fullness of pure love, we will understand the whys. I just know that this whole thing that we're experiencing has divine order, and that I must trust how every second unfolds, even or especially when it hurts so much. And in healing, we grow closer to each other and to the core of unconditional love, which I think most of us are here to learn and experience. Oh, big exhale. Learning through your kids can be so ecstatic, but so painful and hard too when we hit these walls because we don't want to hurt them. We want to be the best to them. Yet we are human and make so many mistakes. But the key takeaway from that is that perhaps through those hard moments, we are playing out the karma and creating the opportunity for us all to grow. So here's what's been helping me this week. Reaching out to another mama. Just one text can bring a wave of relief. Thank you, mama friends. Journaling. The big feelings and letting them move through. Even just a quick social media post pouring some truth about our reality can really feel good, and you would be surprised at the amount of responses you get with, "I've been there and I understand." Sleep. Not perfect, but even one good nap can reset the nervous system. My magnesium and my rescue remedy. Great for kiddos, breastfeeding mamas, and even dogs. Nourishing foods for me and my kiddo. I like personally grazing throughout the day to keep me going when I can't just sit down to enjoy my full meal. Getting outside and walking or just touching the earth barefoot on our front yard and getting some sunshine, it changed everything. We even met a beautiful family on our walk who offered to babysit, a small miracle that amazed me and that tells me that we're always taken care of. Those are my angels at work. Remembering I am not my emotions, that we are much bigger than that, and that everything has a cosmic place to its unfolding, and that we are not bad people or parents for feeling those dark emotions. Notice the little synchronicities and sweet signs that we are not alone. Our spirit family and angels got our back. For the first time in ages, I found a ladybug as I was taking the trash out after my super hard day. Prayer, prayer, and I'll say it again, prayer. I love this super simple, easy prayer I learned in my angels class and that I tweaked to my style. It goes like this. Angels, show me the way. Heal me with your heavenly light. Lift me from my troubled mind. Love on me now. Love on me now on this hard day. Thank you. But the biggest thing, I'll tell you this, it's self-forgiveness and compassion. Our kids don't need perfect parents. They chose us for a reason. What we need is realness, that we try again better next time, that we apologize because we don't have all the answers all the time, that we modeled grace, not just for them, but for ourselves too. And above all, love is the healing balm and the best ingredient to every situation. We are being asked to forgive ourselves and each other as often as needed, while still keeping our beautiful hearts open. The act of forgiveness is purifying and washes us clean so that we can love ourselves with everything and move forward doing better next time. This week isn't over. I am still in it, but I'm seeing more clearly. This season is stretching me for a reason, and it is something that is actually necessary for our family to grow, to appreciate each other more, and to practice how to uplift ourselves from our difficulties more quickly, strengthening our angelic wings of forgiveness and compassion. Notice next time how more swift you have become at surrendering to love and forgiveness after a difficulty. Parenting is sacred, a blessing, and a gift. It is often chaotic and full of paradoxes. It's where our fears and our dreams collide, and where love is the only power to transform everything. If you're having a hard day, you're not alone. Let's press that reset button together. Let's forgive ourselves. Let's hold each other in this imperfect but beautifully transforming work. With love and from my busy beehive, MC Mama Bird. I'm going to leave you with a beautiful quote from one of my favorite writers and healers, Pema Chodron. Things falling apart is a kind of testing and also a kind of healing. We think that the point is to pass the test or to overcome the problem. But the truth is that things don't really get solved. They come together and they fall apart. come together again and fall apart again. It's just like that. The healing comes from letting there be room for all of this to happen. Room for grief, for relief, for mystery, for joy. Pema Children, when things fall apart. Heart advice for difficult times. Thank you. And this isn't the end of the story. On day 5, everything I'd been moving toward all week comes together. Want to find out how it all ends? Don't miss the next episode. It's the big finale of my solo week. I'll see you there. Thank you for listening to MC Mama Bird's Chirps. If this touched your heart, I'd love for you to follow the show and share it with someone you love. You can also find more healing content and videos on my YouTube channel, The Yoga Garden Online, or on my website, healtruelove.com. Coming soon will be my Spotify artist channel with original songs and rhythmic spoken word, so make sure to stay close with us. Until next time, keep blooming exactly as you are. This is MC Mama Bird, rooted in mama love and blossoming everywhere.